Why do pretty girls sometimes never get approached by guys?
I actually completely agree with this person that this
Okay.
happens sometimes.
Okay.
And I feel like there's sometimes in some girls and like their look that just, they're so pretty, but they just like look high maintenance. I feel like I mean, I haven't been in the game in a while, but I feel like I look like a lot of work, you know? And it's like, I'll go with the girl who looks like chiller over there, you know? I feel like some people just like put forth that energy and other girls, but, and it's, I guess it's less to do, I don't know how pretty, and everything is subjective and people have different tastes, but I do feel like there are girls that just seem more approachable and like down to earth. And just because you might look like not down to earth doesn't mean that you aren't, or that you are high maintenance, but that just might be like the energy you're putting forth, which is like, hey, I'm a lot of work. Come chat. Come chat.
So I was going to say the exact same thing. I think it has less to do with her appearance and has everything to do with the energy.
Yeah.
You know?
And I also feel like sometimes you might not even realize it, especially if you're shy or, you know, you're like with your girls, like you might be putting yourself in situations where you look intimidating. Like if you're with intimidating looking people, if you're all huddled together, like if it doesn't look like there's a point of entry, like I don't know what the right body language is to like signify that you are interested in chatting.
It's definitely not arms crossed. I know that.
Oh, that's like,
I love standing with my arms crossed like this. I've had to teach myself to just hands to the side.
So
I have an answer to this. It's not that guys don't want to approach a pretty girl, it's that they're afraid of being rejected by a pretty girl. In their minds, they think that they get approached a ton, which can be true depending on the girl, and they know that they most likely have a slim chance with her because she has a lot of options and she probably has a boyfriend. In their mind, of course. So majority of the times they're like, I'm not even gonna bother, I'm not even gonna say anything to her. Another reason can be that they're intimidated by the girl, or she looks high maintenance like this girl was saying. If you want to join the pretty girls movement, DM me on Instagram at BeautyByAli7.
Beautiful women, gorgeous women, women with standard who move in a certain way don't get hit on a lot. But on days that they feel and look like shit, tons of men come raining. Why? The first one is men see a woman like that and automatically believe that there is no way that you're single. And there is no way there are not lots of guys that are trying to get your attention, so they don't even bother. Secondly, a number of men just don't have the confidence to approach you. So they see you're moving with a certain standard. They self-assess. Yes, men do that. They know the woman they can talk to. They say, this one is not on my level, so let me not even try. So they naturally buffer themselves out. But on days that you don't feel your best, you're not moving with the normal energy and aura that you do, these men know, because you become more approachable, easier to meet. Even now, you're a beautiful woman, but they can still try their luck. They can still say, yeah, she looks like, I can talk to her. So there's definitely that. The second one that I wanted to talk about in this video is that there are tons of men, too many men, that can smell vulnerability. So when you're going through that difficult phase, you're not moving with your normal energy, it's like a lesser version of yourself. The men can smell it. So when you start dating during that time, and I know, you're going through a difficult time, you need someone to lean on, and it's so nice to have somebody that you can call and vent. Be very careful, because not everyone that comes to you during your time of need has the best intention. Many men in this category, what they do is that they would actively sabotage your success, because the version of you that they met is the version that they want to keep you in, the version of you that is dependent on them, the version of you that's vulnerable. Some of them even try to trap you with a baby. This is not make-believe, this is real life. So when you're dating in a time of your vulnerable state, in a time when you're not the best version of yourself, just be alert. There is nothing wrong in having somebody at that time because you're a human being and you do like that emotional support. But keep at the back of your mind that this might just be for a phase, that this person does not need to be a permanent fixture for a temporary solution. Because again, not everyone who comes to your help during your time of need is there with the best intentions. So I just wanted to flag this video to let my sisters know that men can sniff vulnerability, men can sniff weakness, men know when you're not the best version of yourself. Do not be ignorant to the ways of men. Please. Thank you.
A lot of guys will not approach a very beautiful woman because they can't afford you. They can't impress you, and they feel like they're going to be a bumbling fool around you and get played. Okay, so that's why I say play dumb. The dumber you play, the more confident they'll be around you. because they don't know if you're smart or not. They don't know if you have game or not. They don't know or anything. So if you see a man that you are interested in, walk by and do something stupid, embarrass yourself, break the ice, drops up, pretend you're about to slip and let them catch you, and embarrass yourself, take yourself down a notch in front of them, because that's what they need. They want to be able to impress you, and if you look good and you're intimidating, you got to take yourself down a notch. So just be like, or spill something on you by accident. It can be water because it's gonna dry up, and look dumb. Like, you got to do something. Like, if you're extra cute and men are intimidated by you, you have to have a goofy laugh out loud. You got to do something that will make them feel better about themselves first. Drop something like, oops, I'm so clumsy. Spill a fake drink, get some water, spill it. Then they'll feel better about them. Let me come over and talk to her. She's not perfect. She drops stuff. She's clumsy. I know she's embarrassed. Let me make my move right now. You okay? Saw that. Drinking too much?
Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for clicking. Kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, we'll be talking about why do men don't approach pretty women. Okay, so this might seem surprising, but trust me, there are real reasons behind this. If you're a woman wondering why men avoid you even though you're attractive, or a guy hesitating to approach you, that you're beautiful, it happens. Okay, so I'm going to break it down. First of all, one of the biggest reasons is intimidation. Men can be easily intimidated by a woman's beauty. We have all heard it before. She's out of my league. Men fear rejection more than you might think. And when it comes to a pretty woman, that fear doubles. In their minds, they assume that you're being approached constantly, or that you won't be interested in someone like them. So it's not that they are ignoring you, it's that they are nervous and feeling inadequate. Think about this way. When someone feels outmatched, their instinct is to avoid the situation. So if you're approachable, your look might give off a different impression. The halo effect and deception is another big reason, is something called the halo effect. This is when people assume that just because someone is attractive, they must have it all together. Men often think that beautiful women are taken, high maintenance, or not interested in average guys. It's like they put you on their pedestal. Many men also assume that pretty women are high in demand, and no guy wants to feel like he's in competition. You might think you already have plenty of attention, so why bother adding his to the mix? This assumption can really prevent men from making a move. Fear of public rejection, guys, it's another factor. Let's face it, rejection hurts, but rejection in front of others can be humiliating. A lot of men don't want to approach a beautiful woman if they think there's a chance of being turned down, especially if it's in public settings. They fear the embarrassment, not just from you, but from people around them who might witness it. For example, at a party or a bar, there's pressure because everyone is watching. Some men would rather not risk their ego in front of a crowd. It's safer for them to admire you from far rather than the face a possibility of a public misleading. Okay, so there's also misleading signals. Men often mislead signals, especially when it comes to pretty women. You might think you are sending off a flighty or open vibe, but he might be interpreting them as indifference. Beautiful women are often viewed as more a roof of disinterest, even when they are not. This can make men overrealize their situation. Is she actually interested, or she just being polite? Or they overthink it to that point when they talk themselves out of approaching you entirely. And remember, not all men are great at reading body language or social cues. So if you want to be approachable or approached, sometimes a little extra quality, whether that's a smile, eye contact, or even initiating conversation, can make all the difference. Overcrowded competition for some men is not just fear of rejection, but they perceive competition. If a pretty woman is constantly surrounded by other men, many guys will automatically assume they don't stand a chance. In their minds, they think you're probably only interested in their best option out of the group, and they feel they are not in it. This leads men to step back and think, why even bother try? Okay, there are already other guys lined up. They assume that pretty women has her pick and is not looking for another option. Let's talk about expectations for a minute. Men often think that pretty women have much higher standards. They believe you might only date guys with a certain look, status, or income level, and that idea scares them away. In their minds, they're already convinced that they can't meet your requirements. What men don't always realize is that many women, even the most beautiful ones, are simply looking for kindness, respect, and a genuine connection. But men often don't see it that way. They think they have to be in perfect order to win you over. So how do we bridge the gap? So what's the takeaway here? Men are not approaching pretty women not because they are not interested, but because they're intimidated, afraid of rejection, or overthinking the situation. If you're a woman who wants to be approachable, consider ways to make yourself more approachable, whether it's through body language or initiating conversations. And for men watching, don't let assumptions or fear hold you back. A pretty woman, a pretty face doesn't mean a closed door. Confidence is key, and a responsible approach can go a long way. Beauty is not a barrier, it's just another layer to navigate in the world. Okay, so don't be deceived by beauty. So like, if you're a pretty woman and you're not approachable, just try to give a signal. If you like a guy, show some signal that you like them. Okay, so that they shouldn't be scared like to approach you. Yeah, because a lot of women, like, they've been complaining, no, men are not approaching me. I've tried going to singles like events, but I'm not finding any guy. I've tried the online dating apps, but even if I talk to a person, they don't seem to be serious. Even in real life, like, guys, they're scared. They always think that this woman is taken, but that's not the case. Okay, so the better is just to try to approach women in a very respectful way and be kind. Kindness is all the way. That's what I always advise. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching, guys. Leave your comments down below if you really enjoyed my content. So all I can say is bye bye. Thank you.